So sorry about that, you guys. I had a few glitches. So it is now nighttime here in the city. So far, what I've done before the game shut off, the recording, um, we started this highway here. We curved it all the way down through this island. There's a wildfire still raging there. And we have curved it all the way through. This was the original atoll I was going to start the city in, but I ended up doing it over here because I really wanted to create a kind of a getaway from it all kind of thing first. And this was, the wealthy would love to live here, of course. And they do, they purchased here um, at Angel Atoll. This is our first district. We're now developing this district here. So Mr. Saunders has decided that he wants to get out of the development business by this point. So uh, he's opted to incorporate the entire area as the Angel Islands county, the county of Angel Islands. So, and he did this to donate land and the resources he will still be using for his company. So this in no way is a charitable move, but it means he can remove himself from being accountable to his citizens. So in taking advantage, though, he gives the area a big opportunity to continue to grow and develop and empowers citizens to come together and create a community. The citizens have requested that should be a hospital in the area because we currently don't have one. And in order to keep the budget low, this is a new city. They have opted for a small medical center. So this medical center has no upgrades, but as you can see, somebody's already working there. It creates a good opportunity for healthcare in the area, and it gives a place for the wealthy to go on the atoll so they don't have to leave into the other areas. So the next thing I want to do is check how our farm is doing. 102% efficiency with 11 employees. The costs are relatively low compared to their profit, compared to their income. So huge profit coming in. They do have a lot of, it is starting to fill up. Their storage is starting to fill up, but not too bad. And then our oil machine over here, our drill, its income is 834,000, and its costs are 122,000. So pretty good here, not too bad. It has a really high profit as well, and its reserves are also getting full. So what we're gonna do now is check on our overall health here in the city and the health of the economy. So we're at 679 residents, 382 jobs available. 237 of those have been filled, and our unemployment rate sits at 36.5%. So what we're gonna do now is maybe add another layer of employment to the city to get that number going down. So we're gonna do it with, I'm gonna check on our stats here. Check on education. And we have room for a small elementary school. And again, that's going to be on the atoll. And we do want to keep that where most people live. I'm gonna put it here. And then a small high school. And that one we'll kind of keep over here. So there you have it. We have some good headway here. So now the wealthy have somewhere to send their kids off to. We're also going to create some employment with a small firehouse. And we want to do it somewhere that doesn't annoy the neighbors. In reality, most of these you'll find them in cities next to the commercial district, or in this case, I'm going to put it into the less desirable area next to the transformer. So that is our city currently. So before we jump into the other one, into the other side, we're gonna, let's see where we're at. Whoa, 43.3% unemployment. It's dropping a little bit, but we have 424 jobs open. Half of them are filled, so we have some room to go. So I'm just going to accelerate it here, and we'll let it play out. I'm going to go over to the highway here. Let's see if there's any problem getting out and down into the town. Doesn't look like it. So people are starting to complain about jobs. So let's go back into town and take a look here. Let's see what we can do about those jobs. So this was already a logging. It looks like it was a historical logging area. Take a look at resources. I want to bring that back. There are some dry trees here, so we're gonna put, oh, there's some oil down here, so we're gonna actually, we're gonna add both here. Here's our second oil field, and I'm actually going to add the logging here. And the way we're gonna do it is put a windy road. Maybe about here. And there, and then we can do blocking area. I'm gonna do it on this side. And the reason we want to do it this way is to capture as much of the tree area as we can. Can't see here, so I'm gonna zoom in and see.
psychologist session. I've yet to dive into the mailbag to see what's been keeping the music lovers awake and put my counterpoint training to good use. Lizio, Interlude 11 notes. Dear Liz, last Christmas I went to a piano concert in Delaware, and I was surprised by the fact that they played a Yamaha piano, not a classical style of it. First of all, thank you for reaching out with the announcement. I noticed that it's more and more common that the opera houses use Yamaha pianos instead of the classicals. But I guess the most important thing was that the music is right, the echoes are second to us. This is Liz Peterson, you're listening to Atmospheric Planet. A house of chocolates to having a nice. Well, fast. So a house.
So here we have a big logging area that's typical of the Pacific Northwest. And there you go. So we'll take a look at our resources here. Is there anything else we can grab from this island? Nope. Not at this time. So now let's go take a look and see at our population.
Thank you, Professor. It is a question about
we're expecting unseasonably high temperatures.
Unemployment rate continues to drop, which is great. Awesome.
Hydrate. Station has this.
So here we go. So let's take a look. So people are poor, but they can afford their house poor. We'll just say that. So with these areas now working, still a lot of open jobs, and unemployment has dropped all the way down to 14.1%, with only 2 people moving away. So next, the developer wants to take a look at this island, which is ripe for just some regular old residential. This is where the highway turns to 2 lanes, but I'm thinking we're going to carry that over as a 2-lane. It's a 4-lane road. Since this island is pretty big, we're going to carry that all the way down. And that way, as the archipelago starts, once the world finds out, it's going to be a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and plan for that now. And I don't like how that curves. It's a little off. Let's see if we can fix it. There we go. So unemployment is still down to 11. I want to get it lower than that. So in this area here, I think we need some production. Oh, there's a pocket of groundwater here, which we will keep. If we build here, I think the pollution will go over here. So I don't think industrial right there is a good idea. But what might be a good idea here is a small port. So we're on transportation menu. Water. Just a little harbor maybe, but the bridge is in the way. So it's not a good idea. We're going to stay away from that. So let's see. So unemployment is now 8.4. So I think we can go ahead and start to develop this part. This atoll here. This is going to be another residential section with some commercial zones. It's weird. Oh. That looks weird. Just go this way. This part can go here. So I think that's a hill. Yep. And that's too steep. So this is kind of cool. And then we're going to do this piece here. Also the same intersection, and we'll keep it against the water first. And although this was a national park, the developer feels that it is, because it's protecting some of the mountains, they want to do away with some of the other. So some Waterview homes here. That can be a random commercial area for those houses. And then here I pretty much want to keep it commercial. Reason being it is a main thoroughfare, and who wants to live right along the highway, although some of these people won't. Some of these people won't have a chance to say no. They are going to be living next to the highway, but that's cool. Alright, so our atoll is building out. We have 830 people. The unemployment rate is, I hope, gonna continue to drop because we have our long commercial stretch right here. Next, I think I want to come down and build here. While this develops, we need to plan ahead. I'm thinking of carrying this road down here and doing a bridge like this. And it might actually be good to connect this, but these can be developed later with a ferry. Where would the land be? Thinking here. Take a look at our resources. So there's some down here and over here. I think it might be more practical just to use bridges. So, do we have any shipping lanes? I don't think so, but we should check. No, we don't have any shipping lanes down here, so we could do bridges here. And then this could be one of our outside connections. So unemployment rate is up. Let's take a look at our schooling. So good. Our police. Do we have any crime issues? So we have no police at all. We're gonna put a small station over here. And I think we want to keep it in the commercial area. So let's do it next to, right in the middle there.
Tuned to the best tunes in town. Journalist Plutus, putting up the freshest tunes, along with more fun facts about the greatest composers of all time. Did you know that Mozart never composed?
Then I want to take a look at our economic situation.
Isn't that cool? You're listening to that. It's very challenging.
So we have a surplus of wood, a surplus of grain. We're not using it. The oil definitely. And
Recent crime stats confirm
that is it.
certain that the origin, and it's showing not so much.
You don't like us for that.
Really that
We've recently
Turns out exactly what it's definite emotion.
See, you're right. This probably is dying. That makes me free.
But that's a lot of business statement. Are you trying to
You say panic. You said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing.
go up the nest? Good enough.
That looks weird.
Season.
Let's see. Let's out.
Bombs. And remember to stay hydrated. It's gonna be a hot one. She hadn't found the station has AC.
It's a little bizarre, but we can fix that now. Here and like that. So it's foggy here. But so let's go. So what I think we're gonna do here is take a 2-lane road, because that other island is pretty big. And we're just gonna curve it down using the topography, and this will serve as the main thoroughfare here. So what I've chosen to do is make an iconic bridge here, just curving over the water. I think shipping lines should be able to pass, no problem, and we're in this area. So I'm going to carry this all the way down here for some forestry.
Citizens are advised that they any premises violence.
We could also get there's some farmland as well. We could also put an oil rig here, which I think will do. And that should help our overall unemployment rate, which is at 8.4%. Up and then down. And this can actually be one of our connections to the next county over. Doing a secondary connection. This one kind of leave alone, we don't need it. So down here is farmland. So we're gonna take this road in. And we're gonna do a farm down here. We already have wheat. I'm thinking because it is we can do vegetable farm. And I'm gonna put it where it's towards the middle, but not right in the most productive area. So I think here, yep, work. Jesus, there's no water. So I'm just gonna take the bridges here. Connect the water. This one, and we'll connect it over here. Okay, so now we should have water. Let's make sure that it goes all the way in. And it does. Actually gonna buy more water from the neighbors here. And then I'm gonna do my first offshore drilling. I've never done one of these before. I'm gonna lead up to it using this piece here. Go ahead and do the pier. And you know much I'm thinking.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement. Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's commercial lines. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation
I hope you're having a great time. Please come to see me. It's very
So since the unemployment rate is low, we're going to another neighborhood up here. Library to check the resources. So it's a perfect spot. This area might be too steep. This one we're just gonna take along the coast. There we go. So here, we're not going to put anything but I need to see it. And start with our waterside homes. Here.